What's up YouTube, it is SA here and welcome to episode 6 of our career mode series with Swansea City. Now as you can see we are in the January transfer window, and as you all know we do have a player added to the transfer list who is Kemi Augustian, and he did say that he wanted to move, and that is the reason why we got him on the transfer list. And in terms of buying players, now I am not looking to buy a player, but obviously you all know that Michael Vorm has been saying that he's going to leave, but if you've seen the last episode, he did say that he might stay now. So I don't know what's going to happen with him, but if he does leave, I will be looking to buy a goalkeeper. But hopefully, later in this episode, we're going to offer him a contract, or hopefully he will stay. And you're just seeing here now, obviously, Kemi Augustian. We did loan out a player who was Ben Davis, as you've seen there. He wasn't getting enough game time anyway, so I thought, why not loan him out? And as you can see there, we do have a FA Cup game, and our first FA Cup game of the season, and I think it is against Sheffield United. And but first we do have some transfer offers received. First is for Danny Graham, which we do reject because it's not enough. He's worth more than that, and plus we're not going to be selling a player like him in the middle of the season. But then we do receive a transfer offer for Kemi Augustian. We do accept him because we do want him just out with the club, and as you can see, it was a good price for him as well. It was around his value, so he's out with the club, and that's all cleared up. And now we can look forward to a FA Cup game against Sheffield United. And we started off this game very well. As you can see, we had some very good passing at the beginning of the game, but we just couldn't beat the goalkeeper as he was on top form. But Pablo Hernandez runs away from the defender and just smashes it into the right corner of the goal. Finally beats the goalkeeper, and gives the goalkeeper no chance, as it was a great shot by him, and that gave us the lead of 1-0. And right before the half-time whistle, we could have extended that lead with Dyer, but unfortunately his shot just creeped wide of the post, and at the half-time whistle the score was 1-0 to Swansea City. And in the second half there wasn't many chances, but Sheffield United did have a great chance here to equalise with Kitson, but unfortunately for them, their shot did just go wide, and at the end of the game the referee did blow the whistle, and the match did finish 1-0. So when we returned to the career mode menu, we did have an international management offer from Switzerland, which we did reject because we do want to concentrate on Swansea City and concentrate on games like these, big games like these against Everton, who are a top quality side, and they showed that in the first 30 minutes of the game. As you can see here, Jelavic making a very good run and squaring it through to Gibson, who scores a goal and gave Everton the lead of 1-0. And we could have equalised here with Pablo Hernandez, who makes a very good turn away from the defender, but Tim Howard showed what kind of player he is with a very good save, and Chico did as well. As you can see, he made very good 2 tackles there, but thankfully Pienaar did miss, which meant that half-time whistle the score was 1-0 to Everton, and they could have extended that lead in the second half, but Vorm kept me in the game, kept the score at 1-0 with some brilliant goalkeeping. But late in the match, Everton did get the goal they deserve with Barkley with a very good shot there in the bottom left corner. Vorm couldn't do very much about that, and at that final whistle the match did finish 2-0 to Everton. So when I returned to the career mode menu, I did offer our goalkeeper Michael Vorm a new contract offer, hoping that he would accept that and stay as a Swansea City player, but we did have to concentrate on a game against Stoke, and they did take an early lead here with Welland finishing it well into the bottom left corner, and that gave Stoke City a lead of 1-0, and they did extend that lead in the 30th minute. A very good finesse shot there by Kitely into the left corner of the goal, and that gave extended Stoke City's lead of 1-0 to 2-0, and we could have got one back there with Daniel Graham, but the goalkeeper saved well, and we should have scored that chance there with Dyer, but unfortunately his shot did go onto the post, and that meant at the half-time whistle the match did finish 2-0 to Stoke City. A very frustrating first half because I should have finished my chances. I should have been level with them in the first half, but Stoke City were the ones to get the better of chances in the second half, and this chance they do finish well here with Walters getting on the score sheet, and that gave Stoke City a lead of 3-0. But I do get a penalty in the 85th minute with Daniel Graham, and as he has been doing all season, he did step up and take that and finished it well. And in the 90th minute I did have an opportunity there, but Stoke City keeper saved it well, And at the final whistle, the match did finish 3-1 to Stoke City. A very disappointing result for me because I should have at least drawed with them there. But I did have some very good news when I returned to the career mode menu. As you see there, Michael Vaughan saying that he wants to stay at the club now, which is very good news. But Angel Rangel there saying that he wants to leave, which I ain't surprised because I haven't really been playing him much. So I did add him to the transfer list, and we did have a game against QPR, a home game against QPR, and QPR did take the lead here with Wright Phillips putting in a cross to Diakate, who finishes it well, which gave QPR the lead of 1-0, and they almost extended that lead, but fortunately for me, their shot did go wide, and in the 32nd minute, as you can see, that the shot again went wide, so they were missing their chances, and I punished them for missing those chances. As you can see, Pablo Hernandez put in a very good cross there to Danny Graham, and he finished in it well to equalise and make the score a 1-1 between Swansea City and QPR. And right before half time, I do get a little bit too frustrated there. Chico goes in with a challenge, it gives QPR the penalty, and Cisse finishes it well. He was not going to miss the penalty, and that gave them the lead of 2-1. But right before half time, I put in a ball there to Guzman. I scored a sweaty goal here, but you can kind of understand why I done that. But that made the score 2-2 before half time, and that is how it finished at half time. And in the second half, I did have an opportunity there with Guzman off the free kick, and as you all know, he has been very consistent. As you can see there, hit the bar off the free kick, and as you can see there, QPR had a very good chance to take the lead, very good chances to take the lead, but Michael Vaughan, what a keeper he is, he kept me in the game, he kept the score at 2-2, and as you can see, they're very good keeping, and I was very lucky as well to not be behind in this match, and thankfully for me, I did hold on to the 2-2 draw against QPR, and when I returned, I did have an offer from West Ham for Angel Rangel, which I did accept because it was a good offer, which is very good, close to his value anyway, which I did accept, and that was finally cleared up, and we did have a very tough game next against Chelsea in the FA Cup, and we could have took the lead there with Danny Graham, but unfortunately his shot did just go wide, and as you can see there, Michael Vaughan saved well as well to keep the score at 0-0 at the half-time whistle. And in the second half, it was all Chelsea, and this was one of their chances, one of their many chances they had. Fernando Torres putting in a ball there to Moses, but Michael Vaughan, what a keeper he is again, very good save from him, and he kept the score at 0-0. And as you can see there, Hazard hitting the post, and I was very lucky in the second half. And then in the 90th minute, not the best time to concede a goal, Chelsea do take the lead with Fernando Torres. A deservable lead as well, and a deservable result for them, and that knocked me out of the FA Cup, which is very unfortunate, but the Chelsea did deserve that win. And after a long break, we did have a game against Sunderland, which we did really need some points from because we weren't on good form in terms of the points, and we did start off the match well here with Pablo Hernandez cutting inside and his shot just going wide, and we did defend well as well, as you just seen there. And at the half-time whistle, the score was 0-0 between Sunderland and Swansea City, and in the second half we did start off the half well. As you can see, Danny Graham taking in a brilliant shot, but Schwardloff saved well to keep Sunderland in the game, and not the best time to concede a goal. Johnson just running around the defence, going in and out of the defence, and he finishes that well to give Sunderland the lead, a late lead in the second half, and I could have equalised there, but unfortunately it wasn't to be, and Sunderland did hold on eventually to the 1-0 lead. A very disappointing result because it always hurts to concede that late in the game. But our next game was against West Ham, and this was a game which we needed points from, and thankfully Dyer did take his chance as he has been doing all season. In the 16th minute, gave me the lead of 1-0, and 20th minute he does take a very good strike, a very good left strike by Nathan Dyer, as you can see there again, just outside the box, and puts it into the bottom left corner of the goal. A very good finish from him, and a second goal from him, and that gave us the lead of 2-0. And right before half time, we do have an opportunity here with the Guzman, curls it around the wall, but unfortunately his Keeper does save well, and at the half-time whistle, the score 2-0 between Swansea City and West Ham. And in the second half, we do have an opportunity here with Leon Britton, but unfortunately his keeper again saves well, and the Guzman tries to go around the goalkeeper, but unfortunately for me he does get fouled, and we do have a penalty, and Daniel Graham steps up and takes it and scores, as he has been doing all season, very consistent in the penalties. I don't think he's even missed one yet, so a very good penalty kick from him, and that gave us the lead of 3-0, and West Ham do see my defenders sleep in, and they capitalise on that with Andy Carroll, and he finishes the well to give West Ham a goal back, but it was too late for them, as the game did finish 3-1 at the end to Swansea City, and gave me, most importantly, a vital 3 points in the bag. And that wraps it up for this episode. I'm just going to show you how the Barclays Premier League table looks. As you can see on your screen right now, Manchester United are in first position, while we're all the way down in 14th position with Swansea City. Despite that win, we're still on 27 points, and we're still not in the top 10 position, so it's not where we want to be, and it's only going to get harder if we do keep on getting these kind of results, as we do edge closer to the end of the season. So our target now for the next few episodes is to hopefully get more consistent with our results, and get more wins to help us climb up the next up that ladder of the Premier League table. So hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.